f of x equals x squared plus 6x plus 8. And we are tasked to determine the following. So, first, alam natin na ang graph natin is opens upward because yung a natin is positive, okay, or greater than 0. Okay, so let us identify first the a, b, and c for us to find out what is the vertex form. So, the a would be like this. So, a is 1, b is 6 or positive 6, and c would be positive 8. So, these are the a, b, and c. That is the first step. Ang next step mo, gayahin mo na yung format ng vertex form. We all know that the format of vertex form is looks like this. Okay? So, sulat natin, we have f of x equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. So, let us find out ano ang h natin and ano yung k natin. So, dito ko muna ilalagay yung aking scratch. So, we are tasked to find the h. Okay? So, h is negative b over, what's the formula for h? That is over 2a. Okay, so alam natin yung b natin, that is 6. So we have negative 6 here. 2 times a, which is 1. Bakit naging negative 6? Dahil yung b natin sa taas, numerator is negative. Okay, so negative 6 divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. And then we have negative 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And that should be negative 3. So now we found the h. Ang susunod na gagawin mo is we need to find the k. The k would be c minus, again, let's review, b squared over 4a. Okay, this is gonna be the k formula. Allow me to make this things dash. And also, alam na natin yung c. The c would be 8 minus yung b natin, we have 6. 6 squared over 4 times 1, which is the a. Okay, as we continue, we have 8 minus 6 squared, that is 36 over 4, because 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, again, taas natin ulit. Also, if we manage to simplify these things, we have 8 minus 36 divided by 4, that will give us a 9, okay? So, 8 minus 9, that is going to be negative 1, okay? This is our k, okay? So, we completed our h and k. So, our h here is negative 3, and our k would be negative 1, okay? So, kumplituhin natin tong vertex form natin. We all know that a is 1 times x, we just copy the x, and this h, okay, minus h, yung h na nakuha natin is negative 3. So, allow me to write negative 3 here. Quantity squared plus the k would be negative 1. Okay, then we are tasked to simplify this particular equation. So, we have also, kahit kung naisulit yung 1, no, we can write it as parenthesis na lang because 1 times anything would be the anything itself. So, we have x, kinopya ko yung x dito, minus, negative times negative, that is going to be positive. And that should be a 3, positive 3. Quantity squared. Positive times negative, that is negative 1. Okay, finally, we have this particular format. This is going to be our vertex form. Okay, so we finally find the vertex form of this particular quadratic equation. Okay, also, when you find the vertex, naibigay na kanina yung vertex, which is kanina nakuha natin is itong mga to. So we have h is negative 3, k is negative 1. Okay, the axis of symmetry, we all know that the axis of symmetry is the h itself. Okay, therefore, ang axis of symmetry natin is negative 3. Or x, that's right, x is equal to negative 3. Okay, so yun ang pinaka-benefit ng ating topic, no? If we find the h and k, then we can easily find the axis of symmetry. Now, let's proceed to the next part. The next part would be the y-intercept. So, para mahanap mo yung y-intercept, kailangan mong ilet yung 0, yung x. Okay, yung x as 0. So, kapag ang input natin is 0, what will happen to our equation would be, so I'll just put here the parentheses. Lahat ng x na nalagyan natin ng parentheses. Okay, lagyan natin ng 6 times parentheses plus 8. So, I just copy this particular function. Okay, at lahat ng x ginawa ko muna ng parentheses. Dahil, ipa-plug in na natin si 0 dito, what will happen here is, I will write 0 inside the parentheses. Then we simplify. 0 squared, that is 0. 6 times 0, that is 0 then. Plus 8 will be remain. Okay? Basically, we just cancel this out. No? Ang matitira na lang dyan is positive 8. So, if our x is 0, then our y would, or f of x would be 8. Okay? So, that is the y-intercept. Or, pwede mo isulat yan as y-intercept is equal to 8. Okay? Next is, for us to find the x-intercept, kailangan mong balikan yung factoring. Okay? Pwede kang gumamit ng anong method na alam mo, pwedeng quadratic formula, pwedeng factoring. Okay? So, apply natin dito yung factor natin yung yung mismong function natin na x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay? So, ngayon, na-factor na natin, we all know that the factor of this particular term, or particular three terms, is, of course, the factor of x squared, that is x times x. Hanap ka ng dalawang number na kapag pinag-multiply ay 8, pag pinag-add ay 6. So, here we suggest 4 and 2. Positive 4 and positive 2. Let us find out. Hindi natin kung tama. 4 times 2, that is positive 8. 4 plus 2, that is 6 or positive 6. Then, we finally find the 2. X-intercept, x plus 4 equals 0. The other hand, we have x plus 2 equals 0. Then, move this one to the right side of our equation. X is equal to negative 4. The sign will change. Move this one to the right side again. X would be negative 2. There you go. So, nahanap mo na ang x-intercept and y-intercept. Ano ba itong y-intercept and x-intercept na to? Mamaya, kapag ginraph mo yan, matatamaan, yung mga points na to ay matatamaan dun sa parabolic graph natin. Okay? So, pero, hanapin muna natin, completein muna natin lahat-lahat, no? So, when we say domain, we all know na kapag ginraph natin itong mga particular quadratic function na to, palagi siyang element ng real numbers. Or, in words, pwede mo siyang isulat as all real numbers. That is our domain. Okay? So, our minimum and or maximum, titingnan mo mabuti yung mismong graph, ay mismong equation natin. Titingnan mo na lang dito yung ating k. Okay? So, here, ang ating k is negative 1. Therefore, our answer here, okay, punta muna ako dun sa part na to. Dahil positive pala ang ating A, so dahil positive ang ating A, or greater than 0 ang ating A, that is opens upward. Ganito yung magiging tsura ng graph niyan. Okay? Opens upward yan. So therefore, we are dealing with the minimum value. So the minimum would be the K. Ano yung K mo? That is negative 1. So the minimum would be negative 1. Babalikan mo lang yung H and K kanina natin. So ito yung H and K. Okay, so finally the range, yung range pala, no? The range would be, of course, mag-start tayo dun sa negative 1 yung K natin. Okay? Yung y natin is greater than or equal to negative 1. That is our range. Because lahat ng mas malaki sa negative 1, ito kasing negative 1, or the minimum, okay, ay lahat magiging, magiging 0 hanggang positive side. Okay, so therefore, the range would be y is greater than or equal to negative 1. May observation din tayo dyan na kapag ang graph ay pa-happy, ang y natin palaging greater than or positive lang din yung magiging result. Kapag ang y natin ay, ang graph natin is frown, ibig sabihin ang A natin is less than, yung graph natin, yung magiging range natin is less than. Parang magiging negative yung magiging dating. Okay? So that is those are the things that we need to consider if we are going to complete the particular graph. Okay? So balikan natin yung mga nakuha natin. Vertex form. Ito yung vertex form natin kanina. We have here, allow me to copy this particular things. Okay? I-paste ko lang dito sa ating final answer. Wait lang. Okay, so allow me to copy this one here. Okay, also nakuha din natin yung vertex natin. Yung vertex natin is, makikita na natin dito. So pinagsasama-sama ko lang, no, para makita natin, para makompleto natin lahat ng mga nakuha natin kanina. Here we have our vertex, our axis of symmetry. Okay, ito yung axis of symmetry natin. That is spaced here, the axis of symmetry. Okay, y-intercept, we get the y-intercept here. So that is 8. Okay, so allow me to write the y-intercept. That is 8. X-intercept, what are the x-intercept natin? Negative 4 and negative 2. So we have the elements of negative 4 and negative 2. Okay, domain. Domain is all real numbers. Range, y is greater than or equal to negative 1. Okay, minimum natin, kasi a natin is positive, or a natin is greater than 0, that is negative 1. So, there you go. Okay, so let's find out if all the things here that we already defined, or we already find out, is will help us to graph this particular function. F of x equals x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay, so first we have the vertex. So yung vertex natin is negative 3. Okay, negative 3. Allow me to 1, 2, 3 to the left. And negative 1. This is the negative 1. So basically, parang dito lang siya makikita. So this is the point where the vertex point is being located. Okay? The axis of symmetry is the -3. So allow me to write an imaginary line here ng axis of symmetry. Ito yung -3 natin, right? Ito yung parang salamin natin. Okay? Next is y-intercept natin is +8. Okay? When we have a y here, allow me to add here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend pa natin. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nandito yon. Nagawin natin red. Okay, nandito yung ating y-intercept na 8. So, ibig sabihin, mamaya nandiyan yung matatamaan ng graph yan. X-intercept is -4. Ito yung -4. And -2. This one is -2. Okay. Range natin, -1 pataas. So, ibig sabihin, ang -1 din yung pinaka-minimum natin. So, when we graph this particular function, so extend lang natin yan. Okay, so this is the graph looks like. Okay, so ito na yung magiging graph natin with these particular informations that we have here, we gather here. Okay, so nakuha natin na, of course, all real numbers ng domain, kasi extended yung graph na yan, -x to +x. Range natin, nag-start sa -1, pataas, you can check it by horizontal line test, and minimum would be -1. Ito na yung pinakamababa niya, ang babang point niya. Okay, so that is how we completed the particular things when we rewrite the quadratic form to vertex form. Ang pinakamahalaga lang dito, based sa observation natin, is the h and k. Bakit sa h and k, doon makikita ang vertex point. Okay? Ang vertex points, dito mo rin mahanap yung minimum value niya. Okay? Or maximum value. Also, makikita mo rin dyan yung axis of symmetry. Also, ma-identify mo na rin kung ano yung magiging range mo. Kasi alam mo na yung pinaka-minimum or maximum value. Okay? H and k is very important sa mga susunod pa nating discussion. So now, let's move on to the application of quadratic function. So in this part, I will show you two problems involving stickman. Okay? So the problem number 1 is Mr. Stickman wants to fence his rectangular